Hey everyone, welcome back to Burgers Like Bob. Today we're going to be making the A Good Manchego is Hard to Find burger. The A Good Manchego is Hard to Find burger consists of a top bun, fig jam, caramelized shallots, arugula, a slice of Manchego cheese, a 4-ounce burger patty, and a bottom bun. Let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is make the fig jam. Yes, you heard that right, fig jam, with 6 ounces of dried mission figs. Before we cook them, remove the little stems on top because you don't want to break any teeth eating this burger. Once all the stems are removed, place them in a small saucepan with 1 cup of sugar, 1 cup of water, 3 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Then we're going to take the pot over to the stove. Bring it to a simmer and cook for about 8 to 10 minutes until it starts to thicken and take on a more caramelized color. Remove the pan from the heat and grab a slotted spoon. Then transfer the figs from the pot and place into a food processor. Once all the figs are in the food processor, transfer the liquid into a measuring cup or easy pour container. Add 1/4 cup of the liquid, then you're going to place the lid on top of the food processor and carefully pulse without splashing any of the hot syrup. Once the mixture is roughly chopped, remove the lid and add in another splash of the cooking liquid. Place the lid back on top and pulse again. Continue this process of pulsing and adding more liquid until your mixture resembles a smooth and spreadable jam like this. Then transfer the jam into a small bowl and set aside to cool at room temperature. The next step for this burger is to make the caramelized shallots by taking 6 shallots, cutting them all in half, and then peeling them. Then with a sharp knife, slice them all very thin. I'm not crying, you're crying. Then once you're done crying and you've blown your nose, dice 2 tablespoons of butter and add it to a large saucepan. Then take the pan over to the stove. Melt the butter over medium heat until it starts to bubble and then pour in all of your shallots. With the wooden spoon, give the shallots a good stir while trying to break them up into individual pieces. Then reduce the heat to medium-low and let the shallots cook, stirring occasionally until they've taken on a caramelized hue and are completely soft, 15 to 20 minutes. Then transfer the shallots into a bowl and set aside to let cool. Grab your burger bun and cut it in half, then grab a handful of arugula. Most importantly, get a good piece of Manchego, which actually isn't that hard to find. Then with the sharp knife, cut a flat bottom off the cheese to stand it up. Then carefully cut a thin slice of cheese in 1 piece preferably. Gather your 4-ounce portion of beef and form it into a patty like so, making a circle slightly larger than your bun because it will shrink while cooking. Then season it liberally with salt and fresh ground pepper, and then you're going to set it aside. Bust out your griddle and preheat it to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Drizzle about 2 tablespoons of oil onto the preheated griddle, then gently lay your burger patty in the oil. While the burger is cooking, season the other side with salt as well. Then once the first side is nice and caramelized, about 4 to 5 minutes, flip it over and cook on the other side. After cooking for 2 minutes, add your slice of Manchego on top to melt while the burger finishes cooking. Once the burger is cooked, remove from the griddle and set it aside to let rest. Drizzle some oil over the brown bits of the burger still left on the griddle and toast your buns, letting them absorb all the flavory goodness that was left behind from the meat. And boom goes the dynamite. Those are some sexy buns. To assemble the burger, place your toasty buns on the plate. Then the hamburger goes straight on the bottom bun. Grab a pinch of your arugula and place that on top of the burger. Don't worry if some falls off, it's bound to happen. Then take a couple of spoonfuls of the caramelized shallots and place on top of the arugula. It's a really odd order of ingredients, but it's what the book says, so we're going to follow. Then the final layer is the fig jam, which we will spread somewhat generously onto the top bun, making sure the entire thing is coated in jam. We don't want to get banned for not having enough fig jam. Inside joke if you watch the show. Then slam the jammed up bun on top of everything else, doing your best to keep it all together. And there you have it, a Good Manchego is hard to find burger. And now for the ultimate taste test. Is this Teddy approved, or are we sending it to Mort's crematorium? Unfortunately, it's a little sweet for my enjoyment, so I'm going to send this one over to Mort's. Thanks for joining today. Make sure to keep up with the journey through all the burgers from Bob by liking this video and clicking the subscribe button. See you next time when we make the totally radish burger. Cheers!